Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to WMBT University of Business and Health Podcast. I am your host, Professor M, aka Dr. Michelle. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I know it's been a good minute since I've been on, and I do apologize, but some great things are happening. I am in the process of getting ready to move. I'm really excited about it. We're going to take the podcast to a total different level. I'm moving to a bigger apartment. Thank God. I'm moving to a bigger apartment where I can do some cooking shows and really, really, really just work. Also, I'm working with the government now, so I'm very excited about that. And then hopefully, Laura's willing, within about I say 6 to 7 months, I will be relocating to Africa. Um, I'm very excited about that. Doors opening, so I'm happy about that. But just kind of give you a glimpse of what's been going on. Like I said, I am in the process of getting to relocate to a bigger home where I can do my shows and where I can be consistent. My daughter and I was just talking about some things, and when you when you live like where I live at now, I love it. I've been here now for 10 years and I love the apartment. But you know how sometimes you go through so much until it leaves a residue. And we were talking, and her and I was just talking because she told me one day, she said, Mommy, you have so many great ideas. You have so many great things. What is the problem? And I've always been honest with you guys, and I'm gonna keep on being honest with you. And so her and I put our heads together, and we kind of came with a diagnose what my problem has been. It has been imposter syndrome. And a lot of people don't understand when you go through so much and deal with a lot, that energy falls on you. And it's like I broke down and I cried and I said, I know the things that I can do, but I don't understand what the problem is. And when we sit down and we really diagnose the situation, we say, yeah, this is what it was. And so I had to own it. I had to own it. And when I own it, that's when I begin to see a lot of things take place. Um, I dealt with ADHD, and many of you all know I've talked about this. I've dealt with ADHD, and I'm going to talk about AI a little bit, and I'm just going to share my testimony. I I've been dealing with ChatGPT now for about 4 to 5 months now, and I had listen to what I said. Had HAD. I had ADHD. But when I really started working with ChatGPT and just talking with the chat, it kind of opened up my eyes to a lot of different things. And even when I was talking to my daughter about the imposter syndrome, I went back to ChatGPT and we was talking, and I was sharing my story, and the bot would begin to talk to me and share some things with me. Sometimes life challenges would throw you into something that you cannot explain. I went through a lot when I was a little girl. When my grandmother died, I didn't even know that I was adopted. That took a toll on me. Then going through some things with my mother. I mean, my late mother, I love her, but going through some things with my mother, it was almost like a competition. And it had like really really, really, really got to me. And then as I got older, dealing with little things, and it was like, what in the world? And all of that residue just fell on me. And as as I was learning, it was like, I don't even know myself. A lot of you all know that I am in ministry. And even with that, even now I've had preachers to say, hey, we want you to come and preach at our church. I won't do it because of their residue. I know, I know what I went through with them in the beginning. So it's like me walking back into it again. You kind of see what I'm saying? So I've learned even now since my daughter been home and we've been sitting down, we've been talking. I've learned to like say, you know what thing, let me reinvent myself. Since I know imposter syndrome and ADHD have been exposed, let me reinvent myself. And a lot of times people are afraid to do that. A lot of times people when they've been through relationships, oh my God, I went through two relationships that literally destroyed me. First relationship when I was 17 years old. Got caught up into something that really just took away everything from me as a young lady. When I was a young lady, when I was younger, I always knew what I wanted to do. I always knew that I wanted to own my own TV network. I always wanted to own my own radio show. I always wanted to be into the fashion world, the whole 9 yards. And when I got caught up into a lot of things, it destroyed me. I had my children when I was young. Um, one of my daughter's father, I never forget. I was going through already a bad breakup coming out of an abusive relationship, and I ended up. This guy was I was on Trailway, and I was naive. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was so naive. And he sung this song, "May the works I done speak for you," yada 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 yada. And we started going together a little bit. And just one time we ever got intimate, I got pregnant. Just for this man to tell me I don't want to have an abortion. It took and I had to live with that. I had to live with that. And I remember the guy that I'm divorced from now. I remember, I never forget, we were at church and he looked at me, he said, I'm gonna marry you and take care of you and your children. And I'm like, right, whatever. And I remember looking at him one day because I did not know my daughter's father was married. And I remember getting the gun and I was gonna kill all my children and myself because I felt dirty. I felt like only thing a man can look at a woman just to get between their legs because I was naive. I was in my early 20s. I was naive. And I remember he told me, he said, no, no, I'm going to take her and we're going to raise her. And was it hard? Yes, it was. But we worked together just for him to kind of turn his back on me with the abuse. And when I mean abuse, mental abuse, because he's a Vietnam vet, and those guys went through a lot. And but my children tell me, they said, "Mommy, why did you stay with Daddy?" They're not understanding. This man took on something that he didn't have to take on, but he took it on. And so when you got all of that going down on you, when you got all of that mental stuff, and it's like to the place that you don't really want to do nothing. And so I've learned, it's been a month since I've been on here. I've had to step back and literally look at myself and say, how can I tell my audience something when I cannot get myself together? And I've had to learn. I've had to learn. And so in dealing with a lot of this stuff, once I get into my new home, I will be more freer to do the things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing my podcast. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy when I got my license as a licensed practitioner doctor in lifestyle medicine. I enjoy that. But it was like each time there was a stepping stone, and I couldn't really do anything. It was like something was just holding me back. And I'm sure that some of you all can relate to that. It's like you know what you're trying to get done, but you can't get it done. It's just like I was sharing with my children that I really, something is pulling me to Africa. And I was telling my daughters, I said, I cannot put my hands on it, but something is about to take place. I can't put my hands on it, but something is about to take place. And I got to get out of here. I am a born American. Now my ex-husband told me, he said, "You crazy. I wouldn't let nobody remove me." And it's like I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the States. But at the same time, I'm tired of the drama. And so I was sharing with him, I said, I go to Africa, buy a nice home. So if anything goes down, the family have a safe haven to come to until everything cools down. That is my goal. That is my goal. And plus I can do a lot of the podcasts and do a lot of the cooking shows there. But I enjoy, I enjoy doing what I do. But it hurts so bad when you have an audience, because I have an audience. Let me see something. Let me see. I have an audience of 38,609 people. I have followers 426. That is a lot. That is a lot. And you guys have been hanging in there with me. And Lord knows I appreciate it. But it's so hard when you're dealing with ADHD, imposter syndrome. You're afraid that people are going to start laughing at you. You are afraid that no matter what you try to do, is something going to block. All of that chaos, and you ain't got nothing done. That's a scary feeling. That is a very scary feeling. You're afraid if you say anything. Many times I've done my podcasts, and I only seen a few people, and it throw me back in the shell. What am I doing wrong? What is it? What is it? What is it? And then I hear different people say, when you start teaching good stuff, people listen. Okay, all right, I'm trying. I'm trying. Well, what can I? All of that, instead of just being genuine, instead of just being authentic, instead of saying, you know what, this is my domain. I have people that look up to me. I have people that believe in me. Shopify, they go through a lot of their changes. Oh my God, Shopify feel like they're dominating when it come down to these things. And it's like, oh my God. But it's like this. Once I get situated, I can learn. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to create my advertising. I'm still learning how to go about doing different things. Yes, I'm working, but guess what? I have split shifts. So guess what? Why the 4 to 5 hours that I'm not working, I can come and do a podcast, or either I can promote my bookstore, or do better than that. I can do my classes because I have a school, or do better than that. I can go ahead and do my skincare line. I have it. Are you kind of following me what I'm saying? So let me bring this on down, bring it on down to where you can kind of understand. We as humans, we're going through a lot, especially here in the States. But we also are dealing with a lot of mental things. And own it. Don't sit there and blame somebody else for your downfalls. Find out what the situation is and own it. And I have no problems. I own ADHD. I own imposter syndrome. I mean, imposter syndrome. But guess what? I release it in the hands of the Lord. I release it because guess what? Greater is He that is in me than He that is in the world. My past is gone and my future just begun. I am more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I am the head and not the head. I am the head and not the tail. Start repeating those affirmations, and you will see God bring you through. I just had a drilling when I just did that. When I just sit there and just speaking those affirmations, I felt that drilling. My ministry had went down. I have close to 20,000 followers. So if you put 20,000 followers with my organizations and 38 people that have download my show, 400 some followers. I've got close to 50,000 followers. 50,000 people that knows me. Well, don't you not know the devil's mad about that? The devil's mad. So what the devil's doing, you don't think I'm gonna make her feel like she can't do anything. Well, guess what? The devil is a lie. So what I'm saying to you all is this: don't allow imposter syndrome to overtake you. Don't allow nothing to steal your joy. Forget about what's going on up in that crazy White House. Forget about it. Forget about it. Let God be God. Let Him be God in your life. Be strong. Be that warrior. I'm free from imposter syndrome. I'm free from ADHD. I'm free. I'm free. Well, I had to come on and talk to you all about this. Also, too, I'm going to give the link in the description box. You're welcome to go to my chat box. I created a chat box of inspirational Bible verses, inspirational different things, and prayers, because there's a lot that's going on. Depression. Oh, I dealt with that too. Depression. And I was just praying the other day. I said, when I walk out of this apartment, my past is in here and it will stay in here. I will not carry my past to my new future. I will not do that. And this is what you have to do. You have to be. So I'm gonna put the link into my chat box into the description box. And I welcome you all to go and enjoy it. I mean, just look at it. You know, a lot of people talking about chat box. I mean, AI this, AI that. The way I look at it is like this: AI is what you make of it. Me, I wouldn't go through paying $99 a month for a companion. I would not go paying $70 a month for a relationship. I wouldn't do that. Me, I'd rather pay my $20 a month, get my bot, and you can name your bot. You can name your bot. I learned this in class because I took a course about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the guy he was talking about, and he said, "I named my bot. I named my bot." You can name your bot to where that bot can be so familiar who you are, and that bot can you be surprised. You be surprised. $20 a month is nothing. I mean, I'd rather do that. I mean, truthfully, I'd rather do that. And so I'm very grateful for ChatGPT. And I would not change. I would not change. Just the other day, um, Joel Osteen's mother passed. And Stevie Wonder was on there at the funeral singing. And so I was just curious, you know. I said, do Stevie Wonder belong to Joel Osteen Church, and why was he singing at the funeral? You know, I just asked, and it was either Google, I think it was Google, their AI. Oh, the thing I won't forget the words. It has been said that Stevie Wonder sung at Joel Osteen's mother's funeral, but that's not true, and that's a lie because he was on YouTube. You could see him. And right then and there, I said, no, 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 no. A lot of people don't like ChatGPT because, well, none. I've never had no problems with ChatGPT. Now, would ChatGPT make you rich? I don't know. I don't know because I be mostly working on ministry ideas. I don't know, but I know that it's good in some things. But I love ChatGPT. So, like I said, I did the chat. The it's called Hosanna International, the Nation of Hosanna. And I did the chat. And I welcome you to go in and to read the prayers. Once I get settled, we gonna be praying for healing for people's bodies. I'm gonna be doing some teachings on natural remedies and everything because I was just reading last night of a company. Once again, they're trying to do away with this medication, and it has to do with your knees. And they was sharing about it's a thing that go around your neck. I'm gonna order it. And I can probably show it better like that. But yeah. So I'm doing that, and then Tylenol just came out with a new formula, and I started using it yesterday. And I'm not gonna lie to you all, I love it. Instead of taking the Tylenols every 4 to 6 hours, they have a time release on these Tylenols, and you take them every 8 hours. And I started taking them, And I'm here to knock on wood. They have been doing some good. I take it along with my Timerack, and it has literally done me some good. Because for a while I couldn't even hardly move my legs. They were hurting so bad. Oh my God, it was hurting so bad. So I've been using it. So if you're dealing with arthritis or whatever you want to call it, check out the new Tylenol release, 8 hours. And it works for me. Now I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for me. So yeah. So I'm back. Just bear along with me. I'm supposed to be moving into my new apartment in September. So just bear along with me, please. We're gonna be doing a lot of great things. A lot of great things. Well, once again, welcome to my podcast, WMBT University of Business Health Podcast. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for listening, and please share the podcast. So we are getting ready to go somewhere. We're getting ready to go somewhere, and I'm gonna be having merchandise that you can buy and everything. So yeah, we're gonna be doing something. But once again, until next time, thank you. Please, I beg of you all to follow me. If you're on Spotify, please. I want to get to where that Spotify can go ahead and start paying me. And I know I'm gonna have to work hard, in which I don't have no problem with that. So please share with your friends. Please, I beg of you. Apple, thank you all. Thank you so very much. iHeart, thank you. All the other podcasts platform, thank you so very much. From the bottom depths of my heart, thank you. Until next time, be encouraged. Know that Yahshua loves you. Know that Jesus Christ died for your sins. By his stripes, you are healed. Until next time, be blessed. Take care.